Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Brian here at SeaWorld Orlando, and today we have a sneak peek preview tour of our brand new construction site for SeaWorld's Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. And today we have some big news for you. We are announcing the opening date of this epic attraction, the biggest expansion in our history. It will be Friday, May 24th, 2013. So be sure to be here for the opening of SeaWorld's Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. And we are standing, more importantly, right in the center of Antarctica realm, if you will, in the center of the glacial rift. And directly behind me is the entrance to the attraction and pre-attraction and habitat spaces. So if you look at the rockwork, you'll notice that the large rock resembles that of a mother penguin looking down, and the juvenile penguin is starting to take shape in that rockwork and form a younger penguin nuzzling down underneath his mother. And that's an important story beat for us about the love, the connection, and the care that exists between families of penguins, individual penguins themselves, and the community of penguins, and the story about how they're able to survive and thrive in the driest, the harshest, the most extreme environment on this planet. And our guests will have the same chance to experience those epic conditions inside of this world-class attraction, Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. All right, so welcome everybody. Today we're here at a sneak peek of our biggest and greatest construction site in the history of SeaWorld Orlando, and that is Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. Today we're standing inside of what is called the Creative Model Room, and so in front of you is actually our working contract model for the project, which is part of the process that we go through to ensure the accuracy and the scale and the detail of all the ice work that we wanted to have inside and outside in this attraction was produced exactly how we wanted it to be produced out in the construction site. Behind me are also reference images that are used. These reference images only represent about 1/2 of the exterior space of the realm itself, and then we have a whole nother wall and then a whole nother book that represents for the interior spaces. So we're currently in construction still on the project. Construction is moving at a very rapid pace, and today we're going to be able to give you a sneak peek of that construction site. So I tell you this with love and joy. This is a working construction site. They've done their best to kind of make it quiet for you guys today, but everything is in process. You will see no finished work today. You will see nothing that is complete, and make sure you look down while you're walking around taking photos, because there is hoses and it is a functioning job site, and you'll be able to see some folks, I think today, actually carving some of the ice work out on the site, okay? And so you're welcome to take photos of those guys as well. So Antarctica Empire of the Penguin is our largest expansion in our history. It is a new world inside of SeaWorld, and you guys have the benefit right now of looking down as if you were in a hot air balloon. If a penguin could fly, this is what it would look like of the actual realm itself. For those that remember the previous penguin encounter and Penguin Plaza here at SeaWorld Orlando, it was in the same exact spot that we're at today, but we've re-envisioned it and put it together now as the new epic Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. The biggest difference you'll notice is that we no longer have multiple ways to move in and out of this realm. We specifically scripted and wrote the experience so that the guests would enter through the realm and exit through the realm, or vice versa. They can go freely how they want to go through two portals, ice portals into the realm. The larger ice portal, which is the largest piece of rockwork on our job site, is located at the sea lion and otter side of the project. Over there, the smaller pieces, that's Journey to Atlantis, and there's reasons why these things are scaled differently, but you can talk about that offline if you guys want to. The center of the plaza, right there, is the South Pole, that little fancy stick with a pearl on it. So that is the South Pole, which we will actually have here in the project, a scale replica of the real one down there on the South Pole. And then, most importantly, is the iconic mommy penguin and juvenile penguin rock, which is the entrance to the attraction. So that's these two structures right here. If you're on the wrong side, it won't make sense, but if you're on the right side, it will make sense. And you'll be able to see this out in the job site today. Again, nothing's finished, but you can kind of get the drift of what we're doing out there. This actually represents the entrance to one of the various things you can do inside the realm, which does include the ride experience, the habitat experience, and the pre-ride experience is all under the black. Well, not all of it. A small portion of it's on the black. So that's kind of how the area breaks off. On the other side is, and this is all about nature and the environmental extremes and the realness of Antarctica. On this side, interestingly enough, there's some folks that do science in Antarctica. No humans live in Antarctica full time because Antarctica is managed by a treaty, of which we're all parts of that treaty. If we are all from North America, we're part of that treaty. So we're all actually Antarcticans ourselves. Our country and many other countries throughout the planet are part of the treaty that protects Antarctica. But scientists are allowed to visit Antarctica and stay there for extended periods of time to do real science. And they're studying many different things down there. And so we want to talk about that science as well and how humans survive and live, modern humans survive and live in these extreme environments. So over here we're talking about penguins, and over here we're talking about humans, and in between is where we all kind of get to meet. So over here we have a new, this is the culinary team's new culinary experience inside with exterior and some interior dining, which is not modeled on the model. The home plate building, which we refer to as home plate, is the new gift shop for Antarctica, which has some new unique attributes inside of it. This is a new programming profile for a new culinary experience that we don't have currently in our park and how that operates. And then there's a few other things inside this world that we're not talking about today, but some other experiences guests will get to have inside that we'll be sharing with you guys a little later. So that's the realm. Behind you is the penguin habitat. So that is half of the penguin habitat, that model back there, and I'll go stand in this corner and we'll talk about that, okay? Okay, so this is half of the penguin habitat space, which is part of the attraction experience inside of Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. The thing you should probably be paying attention to is the little brown army man and the little black penguins right there. So these are the discussions and the connectivity and the proximity that our guests will have with the animals themselves. There is how you get in and out of this exhibit. We're not going to share with you today, but this is really a good representation of what you can expect to see inside the space itself. That is real snow, there is ice in there is rockwork in there, all the things that you would sort of expect to see. There's water in there, of course, as well. New and brand new, which will seem very different from, this is very different from the previous exhibit that was here, but very new is our new underwater dive gallery. And so this is penguin underwater viewing. When you come around you can take some photos of it, but it is a 16-foot deep piece of glass and about 20 feet-ish of water, and that allows our penguins to move vertically up and down in the water column, because penguins, when they walk on land, they're a little clumsy and they're not really made for land walking where that's purposeful. It's because their predators don't live on land. Some of the birds can eat the chicks, of course, but the adult penguins don't really have any predators on land, so they don't need to move fast. But when they go underwater, they fly like superheroes. And so we wanted to show that to the guests. So we built this new underwater viewing gallery here, which is the dive window, which allows those penguins to move vertically up and down, diving out, porpoising out, and doing all those great athletic maneuvers that they're known for, and letting our guests stand at the bottom of that and looking up through at them. So this is going to be a really amazing space as well in the attraction. Species. I'm off script here, so I'm not on the script. So species, we have 4 species of penguins, which were represented here in the previous penguin encounter: Adelie, rockhopper, king, and most importantly, the gentoo penguin. And I say most importantly because the gentoo penguin is the penguin species that are main IP characters, that will be the host of the attraction itself, that our guests will get to meet, that family, mom, dad, and Puck, who you've seen the webisode for Puck. They will be along the ride experience with you, and that's where you see the world through Puck's eyes. And Puck has a very different way of experiencing Antarctica than maybe me and you or any other human can see it. So we'll be allowing our guests to have that experience alongside Puck and his family inside the ride experience as well. And Puck is a gentoo penguin with some unique markings, the 3 dots located on the side of his little bonnet that he has. So they have these little bonnets, which are what we call the white straps on their head, which is a natural marking, but our unique character has 3 unique dots on his side there. So that's how you know it's him. All right.